After accepting the existence of God, what made you re-embrace Islam?
I eventually stumbled back upon the Quran. Up to this point, never actually read it nearly my whole life until maybe like 4-ish years ago. And I finally gave it a read for the first time. I thought it would be some like Shakespearean written book, really, really hard to understand, old English, but there's a bunch of new translations that are perfectly written in like modern time English now. So I finally gave it a read. I let my ego down. I let down all the guards that I had, all the kind of like doubts that I had. And actually every page that I would turn, there'd be more and more miracles that just shocked me. And I knew that there's no way that this book could have been written by a human being, and especially not by an illiterate human being that had no idea how to write such eloquent words. So as I was going through this book and I'm seeing more and more of these signs, like for an example, how could someone have known 1,400 years ago that the universe is ever expanding? Like that's such a wild, miraculous claim that we just discovered actually about 90 years ago, that the universe is expanding, that we can actually prove. 1,400 years ago, there has to be some truth there. All of the miracles in the Quran, it's all true. There's not a single one that is flawed. Like for an example, if I gave you 55 statements and I didn't know if any of them were actually true, maybe one might be real. Maybe I can tell you the price of Bitcoin in 45 years is going to be $1 million. That might be real. And if it's wrong, then you can disprove all of my previous statements. But in the Quran, back to back to back, all the statements just kept on proving more truth to me. I was absolutely shocked that this whole time, what I thought I was following was Islam, was not Islam in the slightest. It's like me first stumbling upon this religion. Okay, pray 5 times a day and then fast and just do all these things. It's not that robotic. There's parts in the Quran where it teaches you to actually be a good person and to have these interactions with human beings. As I was reading the Quran, just a few times I was so stunned, I took my shahada again and again and again. I kept on saying it. This time I said it and I really, really believed it, and I truly said it in my heart.